Hope you're ready for a lot of high-speed sounding, you know, crap, because it's what we're going to be basically doing today. Today we have a really highly sped up emulator, so we're going to be doing a lot today. Literally, this is going to be the second to last episode of Pokemon White 2, so tomorrow will definitely be the finale. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be taking on the remaining 3 strong trainers, quote unquote, and getting started on not 1 but 2 members of the Elite Four, leaving only 3 members of the Elite Four, you know, champion, not counting as a, I don't know why they don't even call it, why is it just not the Elite 5 or something? I mean, already, I guess it kind of sounds like some kind of cheesy name that some bad guy villain group might use in an anime, but in a movie or something, and I don't know, whatever. Anyways, Cynthia is who we're going to be taking on. She kind of mentions the Abyssal Ruins. We go really fast today, let's just put it that way. Her team, if you couldn't already tell, consists of a level 76 Spiritomb, level 76 Milotic, level 76 Togekiss, level 76 Lucario, level 76 Glaceon, and a level 78 Garchomp as her ace. So obviously we just kicked the ass of Spiritomb and Milotic because Lilligant's cool like that. Normally Lilligant doesn't have enough to kill the Spiritomb, but I had strategized this out, of course, and with every single battle you're going to see here, I strategized them, all of them out. I still have the notepad up with all the little notes that I had. And when I was like doing my pre-strats, basically, I was like, she can't kill, so do I have something that might help me push this over, maybe a different Pokemon that could potentially kill the Spiritomb in one shot? And the answer to that was no. Obviously, like, Espeon can't really do much to it. It doesn't have any weakness technically, so I mean, that's a thing. So I ended up deciding giving it the Miracle Seed to boost its grass moves, and the boost was just enough to push it over and kill the Spiritomb. The rest, basically this entire battle was for Lilligant to kill, and the rest was all for Kyurem. Not that Kyurem's supposed to be this OP, of course, and you know, whenever it comes to a Let's Play, no one really likes people that use legendaries, but I mean, it's one of my favorite legendaries. You can't sue me, I mean, really, like, it's one of my favorite Pokemon, let me just use it. Anyways, now that we've got her out of the way in a matter of 2.5 minutes, we will be heading down to Castelia City, where 2 members of Game Freak are waiting for us. These 2 members are Nishino and Morimoto. But of course, before we do that, we're going to change up our lead and we're going to go heal. That way we have full PP on all of our moves, and you know, that way it's not convenient or anything. If for some reason we had taken damage in the Cynthia fight, we would obviously be able to heal it off before we go and do this. Obviously, I really didn't need to heal, but I tried to be kind of safe about it. I want to make sure that I'm at, you know, 100% for this, of course. The second battle, we're going to be doing it immediately after, because, I mean, why the hell not? Whatever. And if I remember correctly, we're going to be starting with Morimoto. So Morimoto's team is a level 76 Liepard, level 76 Simipour, level 76 Simisear, level 76 Simisage, level 76 Woobat, and his ace is a level 78 Zebstrika. In the Morimoto fight, you will be seeing Lucario, Lilligant, Samurott, and Kyurem all kind of have their thing here. Lucario has the ability Inner Focus, so it does not flinch when it comes to Fake Out. This is going to be very useful when we get to the Elite Four. Yeah, this kind of allows me to just freely close combat this thing to the face and kill it. There's also another thing about Lucario that people might actually kind of get a kick out of later. It didn't really do what I wanted it to, but it's still kind of funny that it happened. But you'll have to stay tuned to see that, obviously, because it's around, I want to say around 14, not 14, maybe like 12 or 13 minutes. But yeah, anyways, this team's pretty, you know, simple. The only things that he has as for, you know, held item is the 3 Simis happen to be holding the Patea berry. I don't know what that berry actually does. I've never really seen it used. I don't know what it is. Probably something to do with their ability, which is Gluttony. I don't know. Whatever. And the Simis were never really all that relevant outside of the early game in Generation 5.1, aka Black and White. So I mean, outside of that, they were really irrelevant, because in this game the first gym leader was literally normal. So if you start off with Tepig, great, you're gonna have a fighting type probably by the time you get back to the gym leader, and guess what, you're just gonna blend freely. If not, then I mean, Riolu was accessible before you got to the first gym. You had no reason to not catch it, as I kind of stated at the very beginning of this Let's Play. So Mori mode is really just simple. I mean, I know what his Pokemon are, obviously. I know what to switch in on. All you really need to know is a lead, really. Knowing the rest of their team is just okay. I can determine what Pokemon I want to use against each of your Pokemon. And I mean, things like Serebii are there for a reason. They're there to be useful, informative, etc., kind of like me. But, you know. There's also one other thing I want to actually talk about, but before we do that, we have Nishino to kind of cover here. He has a level 76 Clefable, level 76 Wigglytuff, level 76 Azumarill, level 76 Alomomola, level 76 Licky Licky, and a level 78 Snorlax with his ace. Every single Pokemon he has carries a leftovers. So if you're not prepared for something along the lines of a bulk team, you're kind of screwed. Just kind of throwing that out there. But yeah, Lucario is going to be used for the majority of this fight. He's useful against 4 of his Pokemon, while Lilligant is capable of taking out 2 of his Pokemon. So, I feel like I should mention that. So I'm going to kind of cover this a little bit, because this was apparently announced, I think, today. The official website for Pokemon has confirmed that the Pokemon World Championships in 2015 are to be held in Boston in the United States, specifically the Heinz Convention Center. Full details are obviously not known, etc., etc. And apparently the official site has removed it after they put it up, so that's weird. Another thing that's relevant to everyone that actually gave a shit about X and Y when it first came out, a brand new patch has been released for the Pokemon Bank. This patch is required to go online and thus use the software, and includes, and thus to use the software again, and includes the brand new data and compatibility for Friday's release of Pokemon OmegaRuby and AlphaSapphire. But no official patch notes have been added as of yet. This patch is 210 blocks to download and is currently available on the Pokemon or the global, eShop, or you can download it straight through the software itself, because you just do that. Figured I'd mention that because, again, AlphaSapphire and OmegaRuby are coming out less than 48 hours from now, and yeah, I mean, anyone that needs to be able to transfer or do whatever need to have their Pokemon Bank compatible with their OmegaRuby and AlphaSapphire for obvious reasons. You probably want to get your update. I still have like 160 something days left on my Pokemon Bank. You probably noticed that we were kind of blowing through all these powerful trainers. This is what happens whenever I actually spend the time to not only level up my Pokemon, as I'm sure everyone's already noticed, and kind of plan out everything against every specific Pokemon that they have. So, with those 3 down, we are just done with all of the so-called strongest trainers in the game outside of the Elite Four and the champion, of course, which means we can now get started on the Elite Four. And I mean, I could have ended the episode now and just blew through all of the Elite Four tomorrow, but I still have a lot of stuff that I need to do. Things involving L-Sword, I have to get prepared for OmegaRuby and AlphaSapphire when that comes out, because I need to go and get it, of course. Definitely want to play the hell out of that game. I do want to get started on my next Let's Play as well. I do want to finish getting everything ready for just everything that I need to do. So I mean, like, it's going to be a busy end of the week for me, and I don't know. I'm kind of hoping that alongside everyone else I can enjoy playing OmegaRuby and AlphaSapphire, and I hope that everyone will enjoy my next Let's Play as well, assuming that people actually want to pay attention to my next Let's Play, because everyone's going to be busy. But yeah. So, anyways, if you couldn't tell, the first Elite Four member that we're going to be going after is Shauntal. Her team in round 2 consists of a level 72 Cofagrigus as her lead. She also has a level 72 Mismagius, a level 72 Frostlass, a level 72 Drifblim, a level 72 Golurk, and a level 74 Chandelure as her ace. The only items that are being held by any Pokemon, Drifbloom has a Flying Gem and Chandelure has a Citrus Berry. So I'm leading with Espeon here, and to be quite honest with you, Espeon is capable of sweeping her entire team. He is carrying a Spell Tag, or whatever the name is for that item that boosts Ghost moves. That way Shadow Ball has just enough power, because I seem to remember Espeon getting its... well, it got wrecked, apparently. I can't remember exactly. I'm pretty sure it died here. Maybe I was wrong, maybe it was Marshall, I don't really remember. All I know is it died somewhere here in the Elite Four and it came back with a vengeance. It really wanted to kill something. And it was kind of blowing through all of Shauntal's Pokemon. In testing, yes, I can use Espeon to kill everything here, but where's the fun in that? So it's going to take out 4 of her Pokemon, and then the remaining 2 will be left for Samurott. So that way, you know, our starter can kind of get some of the spotlight, I suppose. I mean, it's pretty easy. I mean, when is it supposed to be harder? I mean, my levels, yeah, they're kind of high, but I mean, Cynthia's levels really aren't like much different from the Elite Fours, and the Spiritomb was capable of living a Petal Dance with no boost other than, you know, stab. So, and Spiritomb's a higher level, like by only 4 levels. So, just kind of throwing that out there, like, these Pokemon could actually potentially live some of my attacks. It's just that my planning has it so that way, you know, I can actually get through the battle a lot faster. Because, like I said, I want to be done with this game. I want to get started on newer stuff, and we're getting very, 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 very close to doing that. So, I'm sure you can probably tell by now my patience is kind of starting to wear thin. I really would like to, move on. And yeah. So if you're not sure or familiar with whose room this room belongs to the member of the Elite Four who uses dark types, which is Grimsley. This is where I mentioned that it was going to be kind of hilarious. By the way, I'm kind of surprised I called it right. It was about 12 minutes. The interesting thing that you're going to see here with Lucario is pretty much right now. Grimsley's team consists of a level 72 Liepard as his lead. He also has a level 72 Honchkrow, level 72 Scrafty, level 72 Houndoom, level 72 Crocodile, and a level 74 Bisharp as his ace. We are going to be leading with Lucario, and we are going to be sweeping Grimsley's entire team because we are going to be setting up a Sword Stance. The only items that he has on his Pokemon, as I'm sure you just saw, he had a normal gem on his Liepard to boost Fake Out, and here's what I was talking about. It was kind of hilarious. I gave my Lucario the Destiny Knot to try and immobilize Liepard as well, because it does this no matter what I do. It didn't work. I was hoping that it would, because maybe then I wouldn't take damage, and I managed to get through the Infatuation as well, so I will be killing the Liepard, and that means that my attraction is completely over. And as I was saying, the only other item that he has on his team is a Citrus Berry for his Bisharp. So, yeah. Everything he has, though, is dark, so, I mean, nothing here can really live a close combat. The only thing that can't be killed by close combat is Honchkrow, and we have Ice Punch for that. So, just kind of throwing that out there. I mean, everything he basically had something that could do something to me, except for Honchkrow, I believe, because, no, Honchkrow and Bisharp, and, like, 3 of his Pokemon can do something, 3 of his Pokemon can't, but, I mean, the fact that I out-level and outspeed as a result, I mean, even with an Intimidate, I still sit at +1. I was kind of worried about it when I was coming up with my strategy for this fight, because I wasn't sure if the Honchkrow would somehow be able to live a non-stab boosted Ice Punch from Lucario, even at +1. I've seen some competitive use of Honchkrow before, and it can actually be kind of bulky, just kind of. So I wasn't sure if it would actually kill, but the +1's more than enough to kill. I haven't even tried it without the +1. I really wouldn't want to, despite the fact that I know I could probably kill everything with close combat even at -1. But yeah, I mean, this is part of the reason why at the beginning of my Let's Play, you should probably go with either, you know, Snivy or Oshawott, because you can get Lucario, and Lucario can just destroy the late game, and it's just absolutely amazing. As shown in this entire episode, because we used it several times. But anyways, considering we're almost at 15 minutes, in the next episode we're going to be taking on the remainder of the Elite Four, including the champion, and we'll be finishing up this Let's Play tomorrow. So be sure to stay tuned for next time, and until next time, this is a PokeGamer signing out.